AM Sports Report brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. It's that time of year. It's winter. Snow tires they got them, man. Go check out their snow tire selection. You can get on their website or go give them a visit. Go see JV and the boys, Rockin' Sun Tire and Auto. Let's talk about LHS boys wrestling first. They took second in the Milenburg this last weekend, which is the fabled LeGrand tournament. It happens every year. Bregan Anderson won a championship at 106. Mason Wolcott won a championship at 132. Tommy Belding won the championship at 144. And Ridge Kerr won the championship at 175. There's a name that should be in there that we didn't hear because he's injured right now, and that's Kai Carson. He's a multiple-time Milenburg champion, and he didn't get to wrestle in the Milenburg this year. He's a multiple-time state champion as well. He missed the Milenburg this year because of an injury, so hopefully he gets back to the mat soon. The girls, they had their Milenburg. It's the Safeway Buckle Classic up at EOU at the same time. They won that in a landslide. They almost doubled up the second-place team. They had three individual champs. Carly Radke at 105, Florecita Villagomez at 115, and Malia Azure at 130, who is Dustin Azure's nephew, the coach niece, the coach at EOU. They don't have anything on their schedule until all the way in February, but I can't imagine that they're not wrestling between now and February. I would imagine there's something going on that just hasn't been put on the schedule yet. The boys don't wrestle again until January 6th, and that's at Raleigh Lane in Napa. So they got a break for Christmas. I mean, this is normal this time of year. Wrestling Wednesdays is going to be back tomorrow. We're gonna film it tonight, and it'll be back tomorrow at 5:30 on the sports show. I'll sit down with Clell Carson from LeGrand Boys Wrestling and Dustin Azure from EOU Men's Wrestling, and we'll just talk wrestling. It'll be good. I mean, we've done it every year. We've done at least a couple episodes for the last 3 years. So it'll be interesting. You'll get all the information you need to know from those coaches about what's going on with wrestling in LeGrand and at EOU. LHS girls basketball is on a 6-game winning streak. They beat Estacada 71-9 on Friday. 71-9? Come on, put the brakes on. Really? You shouldn't be beating teams that bad. I mean, it's not, especially a team that's in your same division. Like, they're not in our league, but they're a 4A team, Estacada. I don't know what you can do in that situation, but 71-9 isn't good for either team.
Right.
It really isn't. I'm not a fan. I wasn't there, so I can't say, you know what I mean? I don't know what happened, but in basketball, you should never beat a team that bad. I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, I mean, if they're not playing any defense at all, like I said, I wasn't there, so I can't really say anything. They beat Malala 70-30 on Saturday, and then went on the road and beat the Dowels last night 54-25. They travel. They go to Vail for a non-league contest this Friday at 6:30 Mountain Time. The boys basketball team up at the high school lost to Estacada on Friday night at home, but picked up their first win of the season in Baker versus Malala. So they finally got a dub. They're on the board. They won 50-47. They play Fruitland at home on this Thursday, 7 p.m., the 14th. EOU men's and women's basketball both lost on the road at C of I on Saturday. Tough loss for both teams. The women lost by just, I think, 3. I think it was 69-66 is what I want to say, but the men got blown out. They got beat by 30, 75-45. Bailey Brennan had a heck of a game for the women's team. She hit 7 threes, which is close to a program record. Not quite, but 7 threes in a game is a huge game anytime. I kind of feel like both those teams have work to do. The women's team is on a 3-game conference losing streak to open the season. They were picked to win the conference. Angie's teams don't lose 3 games in a row like this. It's not normal. So they're just going to have to find the pieces. They're going to get Miley Mills from the volleyball team, though. She started working out with them, and she's going to play basketball too. So,
oh, wow.
And I asked Angie, if she's good at basketball, she is volleyball. She's like, I don't think so, but who knows? She's an athlete. You know what I mean? So she's gonna make a difference on that team, and she's tall too. They need some size on that team. They both teams travel to Portland this weekend for Multnomah Warner Pack. So it's the Portland weekend this weekend, the 15th and the 16th. And then the men's team turn around and fly to Florida for Christmas break for a couple games down in Florida. Every team at EOU pretty much gets one trip. You know what I mean? Like one big trip. The women's basketball team went to Hawaii. Volleyball went to Hawaii. The men are going to Florida.
Yeah.
So it'll be cool. That's a good time of year to go to Florida, other than you miss Christmas with your family. But when you're that age, Christmas in Florida with your boys, I mean, I wouldn't really complain about it. You know what I mean? And then finally for sports, EOU volleyball, Sade Williams, third team All-American. It was announced yesterday. I think she kind of got robbed. I think she should have been at least second team. We didn't have anybody else on the list either as All-Americans. On the number 3 team in the country that lost, 2 games all season. And we only have one All-American. In my eyes, I was kind of butthurt about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like the Midwest NAIA teams give us the respect, even though we're right there with them. You know what I mean? You had teams like Indiana Wesleyan that had 2 first-teamers. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. We did have one first-team All-American girl from our conference, Corbin's Riley Troutman, who was first-team All-American last year and Player of the Year last year. She returned as a first-team All-American this year, but I just kind of feel like when it comes to those national awards, EOU doesn't get the respect it deserves. But at the same time, EOU volleyball is so well balanced. There's so many good players that it's kind of shared. So the numbers aren't as high for some girls. But Sade, she's one of those kind of girls that is irreplaceable because she's so versatile. She plays both rows. She plays the front and the back. She's a great on-the-net defender, but she's also a great off-the-net defender. And she's one of the few. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of girls at the NAIA level that play both levels, so front and back. And there's games where she led the team in kills and digs, and that's rare. You know what I mean? So congratulations to her. I don't want to take anything away from her by saying that she didn't get what she deserved, but at the same time, she didn't get what she deserved.
Yeah.
Morning Sports Report brought to you by Rockin' Sons Tire and Auto. East End of Adams and LeGrand. Go see JB and the boys.